we're going to be doing a reading to see what's going to be going on for the week ahead. I'm going to just pull some cards, see what comes up. And we're going to use a couple of decks today. Let me make sure my volume is low. Okay, good. The volume is off. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Any information you need, Aries, will be in the description. What's going on with my Aries for this week ahead? Okay, so we got some cards that flip. So we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Death card here, and we have the Page of Swords. Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Okay, interesting. So let's talk about the possible zodiac signs that could have significance this week. I'm getting Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy because we do have the earth element here. We also have a little bit of air energy, so there could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius individual of significance. Now, when I say this, this could be in general, not just in the sense of love, but family, people around you. Just pay attention to these possible zodiac signs. Also, I'm even getting Scorpio energy as well. But I'm getting a lot of messages already, Aries. Page of Pentacles, the Death card in reverse, Page of Swords. You're starting to see that someone here, in terms of their thought process and the way that they are super suspicious when it comes to love or how they approach you, you could start to become very weary of them in terms of whether or not they're going to change. If it's not a suspicion thing that they have going on, it could be, again, like a need for them to maybe get over some sort of insecurity thing or some sort of worry based off of like past experiences, things that they've never allowed themselves to transcend from. You could be tired of dealing with someone who you see potential in terms of the relationship, but them operating out of this skeptical energy as if you did something to them, or as if you gave them a reason to be, I don't know, scared to maybe date you or to see where things would go. I'm also seeing when it comes to an existing connection this week, there could be some sort of communication or conversation that comes in, either from, like I said, someone you've been dealing with and maybe the communication has been very sparse or it's been like non-existent, or it almost seems like the communication has been very just dry. There could be some sort of understanding as to where that's stemming from or why this person has just suddenly gotten dry out of nowhere. Oh my gosh. I'm also seeing, like, just to kind of focus on you guys for a second, this week is a perfect week for you to get started or to get back into the flow of like some sort of creative idea that was going to make you money or was like a side hustle, something you did make money from before, or like I said, something that could potentially make money. Or for you guys to get back on some sort of routine as well. Like you could be wanting to maybe switch up your eating habits or be mindful, a lot more mindful in terms of time management is also another thing that I'm hearing for this week. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. I'm also seeing that you could have somebody around you who loves to gossip, like gossip way too much. This could be like a friend who you need to be mindful of telling your business, or like a family member. They could like to talk your business to people in the family, like as casual conversation or something like that. Be mindful who you're sharing information with. Hey everyone, I'm sorry, I was so into the reading already. Hey Amina, hey Nervina, hey Apple Cinnamon, hey Francis. Aries, what's going on this week? It's so much information coming up. Yes. Okay, so for my Aries who are like high achievers in the workplace, you could have some people who are jealous of you in terms of you being picked for certain opportunities before them, or like you could just be doing your own thing and you could have people who are low-key like wanting to press the issue or have some sort of issue with you. You could be like the least problematic person in the office, and then you have certain people who are just wanting to include you in some sort of drama or wanting to like maybe gossip on your name. So again, be mindful of energy vampires or people who could just kind of see your light and then almost want to like create conflict or issue with you, okay? Especially in the workplace. I'm also getting So I have the Five of Wands, the Four of Swords reverse, and the Nine of Swords reverse. So if there has been some sort of conflict or issue with the love interest, I am seeing that this person is going to be resurfacing during this time frame and trying to communicate with you, or trying to like, it's almost like their anxiety or their worry around you moving on completely, or you deciding to like remove yourself from dealing with them, could push them to want to reach out to you. It's like the strangest thing. It's like when you pull yourself away from wanting to be involved in some sort of like drama that comes with them, whether that's other people or them seeming energetically conflicted, now they want to resurface because you give off this vibe that you're not thinking about them. Also, if you've been feeling just energetically discombobulated, this is going to be a week where getting out of your head and getting active, or getting more involved in your life in a physical sense. And when I say this, I mean in the sense of, instead of being in your head, maybe sitting in the bed or being bedridden or just kind of being on autopilot. This is the week to kind of get out of that anxious fight or flight mode and get into this, okay, let me, get to the root of whatever this problem of me having anxiety or this problem of me feeling energetically stuck. It's like getting to the root of it instead of just kind of choosing to sit in it, if that makes sense. Yes. Oh, I'm seeing something here about a Pisces. Okay, you do need to be very mindful. Now, this doesn't have to be a Pisces specifically, but you do need to be mindful of maybe a Pisces individual who could play like heavy mind games. And they could do this thing where they could come off very charming, but then they do this thing where they're trying to be like 10 steps ahead of you. Or they say one thing and then they mean another. It's the strangest thing. Also, being mindful of not listening to your intuition. Your intuition could be guiding you through a lot of decisions to make this week, or has been guiding you in the midst of not having like maybe clear answers, right? This week is about making sure that you're not negating your intuition in a lot of the ways that it's pulling you, especially when it comes to like starting certain creative endeavors or to keep going with certain things that you're trying to do. But self-sabotage or like talking yourself out of doing things that you know you should do could be something you want to be mindful of. Okay, let me pull some cards from this deck. Well, actually, no, this is the deck I wanted to pull from, and then we'll pull from this one towards the end. Yeah, so we have taking steps, we have all tied up, and we have decrease in reverse. So yeah, this is the week where it's time to put your feet on the pavement, especially when it comes to the quote unquote things that are frustrating you. Okay, and with decrease in reverse, finally you're getting out of this energy of holding on to things that may drain you emotionally or energetically. You're deciding no more. I don't want to be in that cycle of holding on to things emotionally that are trying to, clearly get away from me, or hold on to things that just keep me in this state of feeling overwhelmed. You're in a space of saying no more with this card being in reverse. And you're going to be taking your power back. A lot of you have already been doing this, like taking your power back from outside situations. But this week is another reinforcement of me needing to, get out of this comfort zone. With playing it safe, this talks about how, yes, in our comfort zone, it can feel comfortable for some time, but eventually our spirit is going to want to venture out into new spaces. And we have to give ourselves permission to do that. So this week is about giving yourself permission to live life in a way that feels authentic in this current moment. Not connected to anxiety, not connected to the energy of self-sabotage, not listening to self, taking a leap of faith and letting the universe respond. Yep, the vast universe. And then the universe shows up. We have the honoring path. So there is clear signs to Aries that spirit is pushing you in a certain direction. The question becomes, are you going to listen? And are you ready? Okay, are you going to listen? Are you ready? So, ooh, I like this reading. Aries, what's going on for this week ahead? What is going on? Or what is actually the messages the spirit wants to pass on to Aries for this week? We're going to do messages with this deck. What is the message? Drop your shields. So Spirit is saying you don't have to be in this energy of feeling like you have to shield yourself or protect yourself from bad outcomes or from bad things, because they're already protecting you. They are protecting you in ways that you can't even see. They've been doing this. So that's why certain opportunities have shown up when they did, and certain things were blocked off because they are protecting you in their own way. So there's no need for you to be in this overly protective energy or scared to kind of live in this authentic self. Or when it comes to connecting with new people or putting yourself out there to experience new experiences in your career, it's a matter of you needing to let Spirit do the protecting. Of course, don't be naive, but don't be in this energy of being defensive out of feeling as if you have to be very, very careful when it comes to, putting yourself out there. We also have Warrior. It says, be fearless and stand strong. And we have Oracle. Wait for important information. So this is a week of downloads. Okay, like I'm an Aries too, speaking from my perspective. This week is already giving like a download-esque energy for me. So I could see how like a lot of Aries are going to be having like almost like a ego death, another ego death, or another spiritual awakening, or a moment of just information being downloaded. So pay attention also to your dreams, Aries, during this time frame. Are you having vivid dreams? What are your dreams trying to say to you? I always urge you guys to keep a dream journal as well. Because me, I forget my dreams like in 5 minutes after I wake up. After that, I don't know what happened, okay? So keep you a dream journal so that you're, knowing what's going on. But let's pull some more cards from over here. Aries, what's going on for the week ahead? What's going on, my Aries? Yes, we got Fence, which represents boundaries. I'm telling you, Aries, you guys are not playing. And with Succulence, that represents resilience. This is the energy of pushing yourself irregardless of what circumstances come against you, or the ability to kind of stand up in testing time. So this week is about setting goals and sticking to them. Setting goals and sticking to them. Also, when it comes to the boundaries you have around other people and not letting certain people in to disrupt your energy, I do see you guys trying your best to uphold those boundaries when you know certain people energetically may try to come in and throw those off. I have community, I have balance, and I have disruption. Clarify community. There's somebody who you guys are going to meet, and this could even go beyond this week. There's somebody who you're going to meet who could be some sort of like, how do I say this? It could be a fated meeting in terms of this person being someone who could put you in position. Like an example of this is you meeting somebody while you're out, right? And then you meet them and they could be maybe someone who's a business owner in the field that you want to work in or have a business in. And then they give you the tools necessary for you to kind of like act on it. Because clarifying, I have achievement. So there's some sort of connection that you're going to make, Aries, that could be beneficial to you in some sense. In terms of them, like maybe hooking you up with a new job opportunity. Maybe they give you the hookup for a place that they work at, and then you end up getting a job there. It's something to that degree. So pay attention to like the type of connections you could run into in the most random way. Like you could be in the Uber and meet somebody. Lord knows how many times I've been in the Uber and I met somebody. So that's like an example. But with yin and yang, balance, and then disruption, these are two separate energies. So it's almost as if balance is restored after energetically you felt like thrown off or just energetically off. It's almost as if things had to be exposed in terms of what was disrupting you energetically for you to get to a place of balance. And there may be some things that you're also discovering about yourself in terms of like personal realization that help you to get back to a place of balance if you felt disrupted in energy for a while too. What is this balance energy about? Ooh, we got evil eye, which represents protection. We talked about protection energy earlier with the, which card was it? It was the protection guardian. Yeah. So we talked about protection earlier, and it's a lot of cards about protection in this reading. So, man, if you guys don't believe that your spiritual team is covering you in ways that you can't see, I mean, this reading is like reassuring in so many different levels. But with the evil eye, yeah, you could have some jealous eyes on you, Aries. Like, let's just keep it funky. You have some people who are very upset, resentful because of the fact that you have snatched your energy back. Yep, I have the Magician in reverse. You have people who are upset that they cannot use their same tactics on you, like their guilt trips, their sweet, kind words masked behind their, you know, false narratives or their, you know, manipulative ways or manipulative tactics. It's almost as if they cannot get to you, even though they could have like this way about themselves to try to like bring you in. I think you guys are going to be able to see right through it, or your spiritual team is going to expose them to where they're not able to pull the wool over your eyes. Yep. So it's about respecting that everything is happening the way that it's supposed to. And that's like a big, big message here. What else is going on, my Aries, this week? What is going on with my Aries? Let's see. Yeah. So I am seeing that there's going to be some sort of budgeting that's going to be kicking in. If you guys haven't been really making the most out of like your resources, or if there's things that you want to do financially, like maybe you want to go on a vacation, maybe you want to start investing, maybe you want to start to just feel a lot more stable financially, I think that there's going to be little things that you guys are going to start to do next week to maybe cut back on money that's being spent. Okay. Also, I'm hearing time management is a key thing as well. Next week could be a perfect week for you guys to like get on top of the way that you're spending your time. Are you spending your time doing things that you love to do, like your creative endeavors, your hobbies? Are you spending a lot of time maybe worrying or sitting back and waiting for confirmation to maybe do the things that you want to do? So it's a take charge energy next week. I'm also seeing something here about a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo individual. I do see that you guys are not trusting this individual as far as you can throw them for some reason. There could be certain things that this person may have done to maybe give you a different outlook on them, okay? Or this week that could happen. But it seems like there's some sort of like anger or some sort, I don't want to use the word resentment, but there could be some sort of like anger or problem you could have with a Capricorn individual due to either them doing something that you feel like you can't trust, or maybe they misused some sort of, it's something here. What is this about? I got the Six of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and I have the Six of Wands. Yeah, there could be some sort of grudge that you guys are not able to let go of with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or vice versa. They could be holding on to a grudge, and that could be very apparent this week. Okay, because I am definitely getting this energy of like someone wanting to tell the other person off and tell them exactly how they feel, but maybe not knowing how to express their feelings. It's interesting. Oh, wow. So somebody might get a good cuss out during this week, especially if they did something that they never really answered for. I'm also hearing accountability. I heard the word accountability. So somebody could be trying to come back around, right? And they have to stand in the light of accountability. But it could make them so uncomfortable that maybe the response isn't what you were hoping for. Like the accountability is not, it's not given, okay? Ooh, Ooh, this reading is interesting. I'm seeing a lot of different things. I'm seeing a lot of stuff come up. Okay, so what are... Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's another thing that I'm seeing. So if there is any shady practices being done in a job that you're at, that is going to be exposed, okay? If certain coworkers are getting more hours than you out of favoritism, or certain people are getting certain opportunities not out of actually deserving it, but out of favoritism or something like that, that is going to be exposed. Also, if there is certain people who are trying to work against you within, like, I'm hearing something about family-in-law. If there is family butting into your relationship, trying to create problems, that is going to be something that has to be nipped in the bud this week as well. I'm hearing like family-in-law, I'm hearing like mother-in-law, father-in-law, maybe a sister, a brother. Somebody here is butting in to your marriage or in your relationship. This could even be somebody who your person may have children with. This is going to be something that is going to be laid out on the table this week to be addressed, Aries. Like, for sure, okay? I'm also getting something here about a Gemini. There could be a Gemini popping up this week, resurfacing out of the blue. I'm telling you, this is the week where people are just trying to, like, either pop up or they're showing their true self. So pay attention, Aries. Pay attention. Whew. A lot of information there, Aries. I hope that this reading did give you some insight for what to expect. If you did enjoy, definitely thumbs up the video and subscribe. Okay, tell me what type of readings you guys want to see in the comments. Yeah, thank you so much for your support.